Hey everybody, before you watch the video, click subscribe. Would you please, pretty please? It would help us at Soul Boom so much. Click subscribe.
It's a very human emotion to feel something negative when someone says something negative to you or about you.
But you lean into it.
Yeah. I'm one of the few who's like, my platform is built off the shoulders of people who hate me. So like, I mean, I really dug in. I've dug my
Thank you, haters.
Thank you to them. Love y'all. It first started happening to me. I posted my very first video to go super viral. And it was a video where a woman asked like, what are some very specific red flags in men that you have? And so I made like a whole list and they were very, very specific. Like
What are some?
I said, if Wolf of Wall Street's his favorite movie of all time.
Yeah. Okay.
If he's like obsessed with Tom Brady, not like the Bucks or the Pats, just Tom Brady by himself.
Yeah.
If he wears a backwards hat in the pool, he has loyalty tattooed on the arm, doesn't wear sunblock.
That's like hysterical.
Very specific. And it went
Wait, doesn't wear sunblock? What's that about?
There are some men who refuse to wear sunblock because they think they're stronger than the sun, which I can't relate to.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's their journey, not mine, you know.
Yeah.
They want to be red leathery couch when they get older, not my problem.
Yeah, or cancerous. You know?
That too. That's very possible. Don't tell them that. It's okay. They're probably, if they're stronger than the sun, they're probably stronger than cancer. I think
that's like a Dwight Schrute thing. Like, yeah. Fact, I am stronger than the sun and I am stronger than cancer.
You know what? I would believe him. If he said that to me,
right,
I would believe
that's
him.
the one person you're going to believe.
I'd be like, you know what?
Chuck Norris, Dwight Schrute.
Yeah, Bear Grylls.
Yeah, there you go.
Those three and those three only. And so that was the first
Paul
one to
Hollywood.
Paul Hollywood, obviously.
Show off your Paul Hollywood t-shirt.
Team,
for
get
the
into
folks.
it. Big fan.
Where can I get a Paul Hollywood t-shirt? I want to get one for my wife. Oh my God, she would love it.
She would love. They have Prue ones too. I know they have Mary Berry ones. I have a Great British Bake Off one too. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Me just buying merch they don't have.
Noel Fielding's one of my favorite comedians.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love all his sketch work. It's
he's
brilliant.
Great. He's incredible. Well, that video was the one, my very first one to go super viral. And that's when I got a whole bunch of love and people saying,
did you get pushback too?
Oh, absolutely. That was the other half of it. If it was split in 50-50, like 50 was love, 50 was the most visceral, violent hate I've ever seen. And it was very...
From guys with loyalty tattoos or something?
Absolutely.
Or what? Yeah.
Obviously. I sprayed the crowd and hit a few, you know?
Sure.
And so, my bad. But I think when I first got the hate, I did not feel any type of way about myself. I honestly thought it was funny because I thought we were all having a fun, silly time together. And so in those days, it was a real Wild West for me. I was just pumping out like 10, 12 videos a day after I got all that hate. And I was solely responding to hate. I used like hate comment after hate comment after hate comment. And then I would go look at what they looked like. I'd put what they looked like in my video, and then I would just make fun of them. I would say the meanest shit I could possibly think of. And that is what really started growing my platform when I started doing that.
But Drew, that's not very nice.
No, and I'm not nice. So.
Even if they're being mean to you,
yeah.
How do you feel about that? About like,
being
aren't you spreading the meanness in a way?
I always say this when people say, well, you're not being nice. You're right, I'm not. Because I don't think meanness should beget niceness. But I do think that's an entitlement people have to me because I'm a woman. If I was a man, they'd be like, well, fair is fair. But because I'm a woman, they expect me, they feel entitled to my patience and my graciousness. But I'm not nice, I'm kind.
That's interesting. Yeah, so there might be an expectation because you're a woman.
There absolutely is an expectation. And the fact that I'm not a white woman and I'm not a thin woman, all of those things play a factor into how men specifically, because white men specifically were the maddest at me. And continue to be. That's not exclusively white men, but we're looking at about 60% white. To see someone that's doesn't only just identify as a woman, but isn't a white woman, isn't a thin woman, and doesn't adhere to any sort of European beauty standard, it's very like, well, how dare you? Who the fuck are you to say that to me? Which is really rich to me because when people say mean shit, I don't think, what's the nicest thing I could say in response to that? That's not my knee-jerk reaction. And that's not my journey. But if people want to respond to meanness with kindness, that's great. Then I would suggest being mean to those people and not me, because that's not how I handle it personally. And I don't think that anyone who is violently disrespectful or bigoted is entitled to graciousness, especially not from me. And you would think that men would know that by now, considering I've been doing it for years. And I've warned them.
Do some of them
times.
do it so that they get singled out, so
absolutely.
they get some internet attention? They want a little negative attention.
Absolutely. And I can, again, because they think I'm the stupidest bitch alive, because I'm a mere woman, they think I can't tell the difference. And there are some men who will antagonize me on purpose and think I'll never see it. And there are some men who antagonize me on purpose because they want me to see it, because they think any press is good press. That's kind of the idea they have. Given my history and my kill list, if you want to antagonize me, you don't get a platform out of it. I can promise you that.
The Soul Boom Podcast. Subscribe now on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever else you get your stupid podcasts.